Hey, what are you willing to do for your kids and for freedom in the next 50 days, in the next 45 days? That's what you got to ask yourself right now. You got to ask yourself, what are you willing to do? Are you going to keep protesting? Are you going to keep calling Lamont? Are you going to keep calling your legislator? Are you going to keep going to your Board of Ed meetings? Are you going to keep having rallies? Are you going to keep going to protests? Are you willing to do the work it's going to take to continue to get this movement to grow and our voices to get louder and for us to have an influence on what the decisions are going to get made? We are the people. The people have more power than the people in power. It comes down to us, you and me, not giving up on this thing, not saying, oh, well, and oh, they got their way and all this crap. Do you know how much progress we made so far already? We don't even realize how important our group is to what's going on here in the state of Connecticut. We are the hope of Connecticut. If there is some group that you can look to and say, those people get it, those people are doing something, those people are change agents, those people are actually having an impact, those people have the potential to change the way politics is done here, to change the way policies are made in this state, to change the way elections are run, and see different people with different voices actually becoming elected this year and next. If you look at all, that's what this group represents. Unmask Our Kids CT is one of the greatest political things that's happened here in the state in the last, let's say 5 years. Maybe the top 5 movement that's happened. And it's only just beginning, and our voices are only going to get louder, and we're only going to get more organized, and we're only going to get more well-funded, and we're only going to connect with more of each other and establish firmer relationships with each other, and we're only going to have more town groups coming on board, and those town groups are only going to get bigger, and they're only going to get louder, and those Board of Ed meetings are going to be attended in increasing volume, and we're going to have more protests and more rallies. And we're going to have more people running for office. And we're going to have more people to support out there knocking on doors and getting these people elected. This is just the beginning of what's going to happen here in the state of Connecticut. So I just want to make sure that everyone here is encouraged, that they've heard there's still hope. It's just one vote. If anyone was asked 2 months ago, what's going to happen on July 19th? Would you have been surprised if they said they're going to pass Governor Lamont's executive orders again and give him a state of emergency? Probably not. You've been like, of course they're going to do that. Well, guess what? Rolling into today, and if anyone watched what happened today, the protests on Monday, and then you watched what happened today, and you heard Democrats and Republicans both speaking out saying, we got to stop this thing, we got to end this thing, we got to end the mass on kids even specifically, you would have been shocked. You would have been shocked to even know that there was a fight. You would have been shocked to know that there was even maybe 8 votes that separated yay to nay. You would have been shocked to know that 13 Democrats actually voted against Governor Lamont and went against their party and said no. You would have been like, oh wow, okay. 13 Democrats spoke out. Some Democrats rose up, they said no too. The entire Republican Party was unified, all voted no across the entire board, and some Democrats actually voted no. Wow, okay. It might not have went our way, but that's hope. That's change. That's something's changing. There's something changing in the atmosphere. People are tired. They're sick of this. They're not standing for it anymore. And they're rising up and they're speaking out and they're doing something in their communities and taking action on it. And that's change and that's hope. And that's something that we can continue to keep growing. So do not despair. Do not lose hope. What you got to do tomorrow morning is Cameron and Tom are dying to talk to you tomorrow. They're dying to hear from you. They're dying to hear thousands and thousands of voices. 860-566-4840. I think that's the number. I'm going to go. I think I got a law inside of call them up tomorrow. I'm going to go verify that number for you. Call up Lamont's office tomorrow. You see those Senate Democrat and Senate House Democrat posts floating around? Go call those numbers still. Call them up tomorrow. Say, I'm not very happy with the way you voted yesterday. I want my kids out of mass. This right here. 860-566-4840. Call that number tomorrow. It's right there again. 860-566-4840. Call that number tomorrow and demand that your kids are taken out of mass immediately. Demand it. And don't stop until they're out of mass. That's what we're going to do. I'm not sending my kids to school in a mask in 45 days. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not doing it. And I'm willing to fight like hell right now on the streets, on the phones, in the emails, in the Board of Ed meetings to say hell no and raise up enough people saying hell no until this whole thing freaking ends. And if it's not ending, I'm taking a day off of work and I'm marching my kids down to that school and they're not going with no mask on everything, with nobody going to put a mask on my kid's face. There's going to be nobody that puts a mask on my kid's face. This ends. This is over. Nobody's putting a mask on my kid's face. Never again. Never again. So you come and make me and make my kid. That's what you're going to have to do. But this needs going to end one way or another. So let's commit to political action. Peaceful political action where we are demanding our representatives take up our cause and change what they're doing with their mandates here in the state of Connecticut. Governor Lamont can change this thing tomorrow, and the Democrats need to veto his executive powers to do for these mask mandates. At the very least, we can win on this one thing. The will of the people is with us. The parents agree with us. States across the country agree with us. They're dropping their mask mandates for kids. We're becoming in this small minority now. Handfuls of states left, still masking up their kids like psycho people. Okay? People are tired of this. It's not just, we are the majority now. It's just you got to get these people to stop this narrative and stop this fear mongering and just change perspective. If you go stand out on the street with a couple of your friends and some signs, and you hear the beeps and you see the waves and you see the thumbs up and you see a few middle fingers from who? Not from the people that are like us. We're the majority now. And don't let anybody else tell you differently. And we're not going to sit here and just let Lamont lie to us and tell all this fear, oh, the virus is lurking around. Oh, we just happened to drop the COVID statistics today and it happens to be over 1% positivity. Oh, and we dropped it early right before the vote. How'd that happen? I don't know. Oh, that's magic. Give me a break. People are seeing right through this thing. The majority of people are seeing right through this thing now, and they want it to end and they want it to stop. So you just got to keep fighting. Keep fighting. Do every single thing you just did, every single thing we just did collectively. In the last, let's see, it's been about 75, 80 days as this group has existed, and we got another 45 days ahead of us. We just got to keep doing what we're doing now. Instead of, it was 100 people, then it was 1,000 people. Now we're coming up on 10,000 people. How many thousands more are going to be added to our numbers by the time the first day of school comes around? We need everybody in this group to invite people to this main group so we have big numbers here. In your town groups, let them make, some of those people don't even know that Unmask Our Kids exists. Facebook.com/groups, that's Unmask Our Kids. That's this group, the main group. Please invite people to that so we can have bigger numbers in the main group, more people finding out about the small town groups and filtering down. You got to go both ways, So anyway, it's starting to rain out here in New Britain. Came out of the grocery store, wanted to encourage you because do not despair about all this stuff. We just got to keep fighting, keep doing exactly what we've been doing, and we can see a victory in our time. Commit to political action. Don't give up. Stay strong. Keep fighting. Do not be discouraged. Think of all the positive things that happened today. Check out my earlier video about, I highlighted those stuff. God bless us. God bless our children. God bless our fight. God bless the state of Connecticut. Keep on going, Connecticut. We got this. God bless you.